Greetings, everyone. This is Neo Cosmos coming at you once again. So I have a great topic because I got a download today while I was running some errands, and after my meditation, I was given instructions to share it. Hey, why not? So here I am. So this is kind of a continuation from the last video I've done regarding the aspects of healing, which is anger, the video pertaining to anger and trust, because it works hand in hand. And this is about your tribe, your spiritual tribe, your soul tribe, your tribe of folks, your tribe of people physically uh, that walks with you. They've done their work. They have been putting in the time and effort to advance themselves, to ascend themselves. It's important to keep in mind when you do reach out, not reach out, but when you do get the blessing of actually finding or running into your soul tribe or tribe member, it's important to keep in mind that you can't come at people the same way, especially if you're starting off this journey. You can't come off the same way you come at the people that you used to deal with in the past towards them, because they're going to see your shit for what it actually is. I say this all to say, when you do your healing, you do your healing work, you do your shadow work. It's really easy for you to see and hear someone is not that has not done their work, and they have like a dense energy around them. It's very easy to see. This usually tends to happen because once you heal yourself and you hold yourself accountable for certain things, you hold yourself accountable for attracting trash people in your past, and you do your own self work, and you identify your self worth. It becomes a situation where you can't be fooled. Certain things don't certain things don't get past you as quickly or as easily as it used to. Also, it could be a situation where you've done so much great work for yourself, and you realize either the people you used to deal with fall off, or you deal with people that don't know you, try to isolate you or push you away like you're the one with the problem. When this started happening to me, say sometime last year, like last summer, last autumn, I used to feel offended. I used to feel offended by when people try to put me in a box or look, perceive me as a person with an issue. Don't know me from a can of beer or paint at all. They don't know me from for nothing, but have this judgment and this fear, and they just, you know, like I'm this big bad wolf, not thinking about them, not thinking about doing anything malicious to them, just living my life. Either I'm walking to my car from my apartment, or I'm driving to the store. I'm going food shopping. There's always a fair share of people that would show their discomfort of me. And I know a couple of you guys will be thinking, well, maybe that's because they could be racist, they could be this, they could be that. Well, this is my own people. This is come from my own people as well. This comes from Latinos, and what I'm saying, as well. So I come to the conclusion today that that's a whole blessing. It's a blessing. I don't. take it as something that is an inconvenience to me. It's a blessing for the simple fact that without trying, my healing and the work I've done for self has now became that shield for me to block all the ops, all the NPCs, all the others, if you know what I mean, that don't come from that yeah, because everything comes from source, but it's the other side, the opposition. They get uncomfortable. They treat you different from everybody else because everybody else, maybe the everybody else that they deal with hasn't been doing the work, so it's comfortable for them. You shine bright, you shine a certain way, you exude a certain type of an aura that makes people uncomfortable. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's pretty much telling you without realizing, that's kind of like saying, well, congratulations. You're no longer a magnet for trash. So congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. Clap for yourself. Pat yourself on the back. Whatever you need to do for yourself, do that. I know it feels uncomfortable at first. It may feel uncomfortable, may feel a little uneasy, like what the fuck is going on? Why people treating me like, they see me on the news for, what I'm saying, for a serious felony. Like don't know me, don't bother anybody, and I'm a problem. That's what you call projection. They may not be consciously aware what they're doing because of them not being present, because of them not seeing themselves as themselves, because everybody's going to, in their own storybook, be the protagonist, even though they're not. And everybody else they're pointing fingers at is the antagonist, and they may not be. It's a beautiful thing because that way it'll be easier for you to attract your tribe, run into your tribe by accident. You could just be doing a simple errand and you run into somebody and they say, "Oh, I like your necklace," or "Oh, I know what that crystal is." And I'm using this as an example because I wear different type of crystals. By the way, this is a Megano calcite. I don't know if you can see it with the light, but this is a Megano calcite. This is also found in, shameless plug, Neocosmos 999 and TikTok and Instagram, where you see a lot of my sample pieces and other works I've done for clients. So, something simple like that could happen, and then you realize, man, I don't have to feel like I'm an outsider. Well, maybe you are the outsider, but in a good way. You're in a different timeline. You're in a different frequency. You're in a different life wave, sound wave, even. So that could easily make someone that is unhealed fine with sitting in their own shit and not dealing with it. They could easily feel like, you're bothering them because you're shining light on things that they want to ignore, that they don't want to deal with. It's too much. It's too heavy. I'm already dealing with enough. I don't need to have that memory or walk down that lane again. But sometimes you just need, not sometimes, but when it comes to the shadow work, you have to do it. And you have to be completely honest with yourself. And if you feel like doing your shadow work on your own isn't sufficient enough, you could always, hire a therapist if you can, if you have the capacity and range to do so. That's okay too, to couple that with your shadow work. But as I always say to anyone that is taking a route of a therapist, make sure that you're picking out a therapist that would identify with as much as possible who you represent, if you know what I mean. Get a therapist that has a good track record, that have a similar walk as you, so you can have a framework, someone working with you, someone that understands your traumas and your mishaps, because they could properly walk you through it, because either they went through it themselves or have experienced, from close family and friends, and they could properly walk you through your stuff. But finding your tribe, man, as much as it is for a lot of people to be, it's difficult. I would say for me, because me personally, I work from home, and I go to the gym and everything, but I work from home, and down where I live at, I don't know a lot of people, so I'm not, I don't have a social life, the social life that I used to have. But that comes into, into play of, again, my healing aspect. So there was some people that left before I even started doing my shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Which I find very interesting. But I know I'm gonna find my tribe. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't found my tribe yet, but I know they're coming. I'm patient with it. I know I still got to work through certain things myself. I still got to heal from how certain people in the past that I considered a best friend or a brother to me. I still have to heal from that. I still have to talk to my ancestors about it. I still have to go back into the chapters of the infamous book. Not infamous, but the great book, Momentum. I still got to go through it, man. Even though I'm in a space to where I'm more aware and more conscious and more free from things that used to really get me upset or pained, I know I'm even closer than I was before I started my shadow work. I would love to see my soul tribe, but I know there's certain avenues I have to go through first, and it takes time. Anybody that anybody that is doing this work and walking this journey, we all know that you building a rapport with a person is going to have to take its time. You can't expect somebody to, be super super open and super close with you. It takes some time. It takes a little time. And that's okay. It's okay to take your time to get to know someone on a friendship level, on a platonic level. There's nothing wrong with that. Just as long as the both of you guys take your healing journey seriously, your shadow work seriously, your craft and whatever skill set that you have, spiritual skill set or physical skill set, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure all of those things are being accounted for. So at the end of the day, I know it's one of those things that is going to take a little minute, but that's okay. It's okay. So I share this message to all of you just to let you guys know. Finding a tribe is it going to be easy? But they're going to come. They're going to arrive when you're ready and when they're ready. It works both ways. The both of you guys have to be ready. Some people are lucky to find a soul tribe of 5 people or more. That's a blessing. I'll be fine with just 1 or 2. But if I find more, I find more, right? So remain vigilant, remain positive, continue to strive for your best self, to be your best self, and you'll be okay. Certain roads will open, certain doors will open. Because I know sometimes doing this shadow work and healing yourself can be a lonely journey. But that's okay. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be in the dark. Because when it comes to the dark and all this other stuff going on, pressure's being placed on you, you're just going to come out to a beautiful, beautiful diamond in the end. All right, y'all. I'm Neo Cosmos, and I'm signing off. Peace. Out.